Hello there. So I just wanted to recommend that you watch the animation um, that we're talking about in this video before you watch this video. Okay, enjoy.
I just realized they're looking at OBS instead of the episode.
Ah,
Okay,
how silly of him.
should we do the thing?
The intro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah. Cut that out too. Hello and welcome back to another episode. This guy's gonna do his intro in the time it takes me to solve this Rubik's Cube. Go.
Oh, hi, boys. I'm Mr. Beast, Exploded Food. Today, I spent 5 minutes doing an intro for a video that was commentary on animation I made in one day. You actually make fun of but I'm not as honest as Mr. Beast is.
Ooh, Mr. Beast, if you're watching, you're about roasted. What do you say to yourself?
I don't think. Must be very happy. Anyway,
You still doing intro, right?
yes.
You're doing your
I'm-
intro.
I'm
done.
Cademan, and this is Elijah, and we are very sophisticated gentlemen.
Yes.
And so we sit and we sip our rock stars.
And I don't have any more root beer.
Too bad. But we sit and drink our rock stars as we examine this fine moving picture.
Ah, yes, this moving picture of a Rubik's Cube. Can you explain what?
Anyway, we are examining this fine moving picture and pointing out small details and lore pieces that you might not be aware of.
Yeah. Now tell him what you told him last episode.
Like and subscribe, of course.
Okay, we should tell him that at the end.
Yeah.
Once they've seen how good the episode is.
Yeah, this has the longest intro.
I know, it's because this Rubik's Cube sucks.
This is what we get for doing this late at night. Is
Yeah. Craziness, you know.
Craziness, yeah.
But so if you haven't watched the previous 2 episodes of this commentary, you should go back and do that now. Okay, I can talk and you can solve. Yeah. So we encourage everyone who watches these videos to go back and watch every commentary for season 1 of Men with Umbrellas. It's just 4 episodes. It shouldn't take you too long.
I mean, this one's only 3 if you're, like,
Yeah, that's true. That's true because we're on episode 3. And I don't know how to make this intro any longer.
It's easy. You just have to keep talking.
Okay.
Keep saying words that don't mean anything.
Okay,
And we'll cut them out later.
subscribe to the bell and smash the subscribe bell to the like button. 5 men did a silly dance, and they called it the Bingo Bongo dance. And they said, Bingo Bongo, Bingo Bongo, boo boo. The Kool-Aid man ran through a wall and screamed, "Oh yeah!" Just like his friend, the jellyfish. His friend, the jellyfish, was a jellyfish that ate tacos 90% of the days.
Done!
What? You did it before I finished the intro!
Yeah!
What? Okay.
Okay. Boom! Intro's over. Let's get started.
Let's get started, boys. Okay, so I'm going to explain more about that next episode.
Watch next episode, guys!
And you see his brother, their kids, then they're growing up, and then his brother's gone as time goes on, and that's why he wants to find his brother, because they've always been
Yeah.
together.
This episode, I wonder.
As a Spider Lord, by my power of dark magic, hereby reanimate you.
I have
William Shakespeare.
Maybe, I wonder if it will give us good subtitles for him. Oh yeah! The Spider Lord, by my power of dark magic. Yeah, this is all mostly right.
I hereby reanimate you, William
William
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Why have you awakened me?
Because
I happen to know that when you were alive, you were one of the Universe Chroniclers.
Wait a minute. The Universe Chroniclers? Have we heard about any Universe Chroniclers?
If you've watched the previous videos, you have.
Oh,
We all have.
we have.
Mm-hmm.
We watched all of them.
Yeah, we made all of them.
It's true, and we watched them before filming this one, which we filmed at a different time. As you
Yeah.
can tell now, our couch has turned green.
And the wall is. We have a wall behind us now.
Right, yeah, we
Instead of
built
a-
it.
Instead of a wall, we have a wall instead of a hall.
Yeah, that's true. We built a blue wall.
I'm wearing a nice suit.
He's wearing a nice suit. Like, what in the world are they laughing about?
Another inside joke, remember? There's inside jokes tucked into the videos.
There is.
And so if you listen to all of our inside jokes, you'll get hints as to what stuff means.
Yeah. One thing I want to say right off the bat is, looking back, I would have given subtitles to the Spider Lord. Which YouTube did a pretty good job, by the way. So good job, YouTube. I'm impressed.
Hats off to... Oh, wait, I don't have a hat.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
That's why I don't have a hat.
Right, because we took it off to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but in retrospect, I like to point out things I would have done differently now. One of them is I would have given subtitles for the Spider Lord.
The very group that hid away the magic mirror. Let me guess. You want to find the magic mirror so it can answer some question you have. Right through that door is the magic mirror of mystery.
Mirror.
How may I help you? What is...
Oh, so the magic mirror is an interdimensional being.
Ooh.
I didn't know that, because I didn't make this.
Neither did I. I mean, I knew it because I made it.
Right, you made it, and I'm a newcomer. This commentary
This is my thing. He's learning all of this stuff right now. So the magic mirror is an interdimensional.
He's wearing his nice sensei suit to teach me. Yes.
Yeah, because and you're good. You picked up on that really fast.
Yeah, exactly.
You picked up on that faster than I made it.
Right.
Is the secret of Rod Manson's power. Many years ago, near the beginning of time, there was a pair of twins. One day, the older of the twins...
Do you understand my reference with that?
Yeah, I do. It kind of sounds like you're making it out to be the story of Cain and Abel, because they're twins from the beginning of time. But I think I have a theory that you're never going to explicitly state that they're Cain and Abel, just in case the idea of like biblical characters in a fictional universe might offend some people. All right?
You see, if you're right,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't want to say,
Right.
because then I would be offending those people.
Exactly.
And if you're wrong, then who cares? But I'm just not going to say for the sake of if you were right.
Yeah. Absolutely. I understand.
Twins, who would come to be known as Rod Manson, grew jealous of the younger and killed him. As a punishment, Rod Manson was forced to live forever, never moving on to the next life. Not until the end of time in the last days.
Dude, you could have done so much better with that animation of him dying. Like, he just stands there and never goes through his head.
I mean, it's to point out the fact that he can't actually die.
Right, yeah.
So that's why.
So he just stops caring, because that's a good point. I didn't think about it that way.
But it wouldn't be long before Rod Manson made a new friend.
Hello there, boy. Have you any parents?
I'm afraid not. They're dead.
They are? You don't seem to be very...
Sad? I'm very sad. But my parents, they taught me to control my emotions.
I could use some emotional management myself.
I could teach you, if you would like.
I'd appreciate that.
Just take a step back.
Do you like what I did there with the change of voice?
With the change of voice?
The change of voice.
Oh, yeah.
I could use some emotional management myself.
I could teach you, if you would like.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, so that sounds like maybe it was because you were bad at doing audio and it was recorded in a different time. I mean, obviously not, because you're a master, but that's just kind of what it sounds like.
Well, actually, you're right about the fact that it was recorded at a different time.
Okay.
But it was recorded at a different time for a reason.
Right, yes.
And if you watch the previous episodes, you'll definitely know what that reason is. Because it's
a stylistic choice.
Yeah, you got
it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a step back.
I do want to say, that do it the kid's voice. It would have benefited a lot, I think, from a different voice actor. Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like I know I'm always like, oh, it bothers me when they're all me, but I feel like him in particular, I just didn't do as good of a job with.
Realize you're part of the world. Then slow it down. Listen to everything around you.
I'm listening, but not hearing a lot.
Listen harder. Close your eyes. Now open them, but empty your mind of all the distractions. Now, can you hear me?
What was that? Your mouth didn't move, but I heard you loud and clear.
That's what I'm trying to teach you.
So, you, the creator of this, you,
Eventually, that is not going to work anymore.
Eventually, it's not. But we're gonna play this joke out until it
Until it doesn't work.
Until it doesn't. Exactly. Yes. But you, as the creator, you made him talking. You did the red squares because what he's about to say.
There's a field all around us. It's called the subatronic field.
Yep, subatronic energy. It's the same. It's the same squares from the first episode. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, and also I also caught that in the first episode, when the bathtub whooshed into space, it went into red squares.
Bunch of red squares that like piled up from.
Right.
I can't remember if I did big to small or small to big. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But they using the subatronic field to travel through space.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get more of that later on.
Yes, you are.
It's in the air.
Probably. I've never
and
seen
in
this.
the trees. It's in
I'm
you
telling
and
you.
me.
Yeah,
You just tapped into
I
it.
believe you. Because
That's how you were able to hear my thoughts.
I'm hungry, boy. Get me some food. Teach your friend your silly little magic tricks some other time.
I so want you to bring that character back in another animation, which will be very hard to do because, well, you know why. I don't know why.
Who's that?
That's my uncle. He killed my parents, and now he's made me his slave.
They say old habits die hard. It seems that was the case for Rod Manson, 'cause that night he visited the boy's uncle. No! That's not the answer!
I beg to differ. The some men are so evil, they need to be removed.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go back to this. This
This is the case for Rod Manson, 'cause that night he visited the boy's uncle.
Look at how slow it is.
No!
What do you think about that?
I think it shows that, like, he's very disconnected and, like, because he doesn't even blink as he's raising that knife up. So I think he's so out of touch with life and death, being immortal and cursed to walk the world for all eternity, that he's just so desensitized to everything.
Nice black screen.
No! That's not the answer!
I beg to differ. The some men are so evil, they need to be removed.
I love this line because it just brings us back to that whole idea of him being evil and having to walk the world forever. So basically what he's saying is that he should have been removed,
Right.
and this guy wouldn't have ever died.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of a paradox.
It's almost like he's trying to kill this boy's uncle to kill himself because he thinks that he deserves the punishment of death. So he sees himself in this boy's uncle. It's an interesting thought, which also could correlate between some of the other characters later on. I don't know. You know. Right, yeah.
Go
You're
away.
good at this.
You're
I
no
know.
longer
Thank you.
welcome here.
It's the last time I try to be the good guy.
Many years later, he would be reunited with that boy. It's a lovely day for walking through the forest. It's you.
Indeed. I'm surprised you remember me, teacher.
Of course I remember you. In fact, I even foresaw.
So it's the boy, but he's grown up and an old man.
But he hasn't grown up at all, because basically the way the living forever works
Please
is
tell.
that not only does stuff not hurt him, but he just doesn't age, so he can't die of old age.
Oh.
And you know, the human body isn't designed to go like past a certain age. So if he continued to age, his body would eventually just deteriorate to nothing.
Right. And then how would he still be alive?
Exactly.
Would he be dust in a while?
So he has to not age. I guess I could have also made it to where like he got older and then paused later, but it's just
right.
it fits story better for him to get paused where he's at.
Yeah. I like the wizard's gloves
That we would meet again.
that you made.
Why don't you come with me to Camelot?
I'd be delighted to. I go by Mordred now.
Oh my goodness. Mordred is the knight in Arthurian legend who killed King Arthur. So you're telling me in that scene, you're telling me that Mordred is Rob Manson. They're the same person, and he's going to kill King Arthur. That's crazy.
And who is this?
This is Mordred.
Shout out to your uncle who voices King Arthur. It's actually my uncle. Yeah. The mics probably didn't even pick that up. They'll never know. They'll think it is your.
An old student of mine.
Any friend of Merlin's is a friend of mine. Take a seat, Mordred. I would be delighted to join you. I've heard many a legend of King Arthur and his glorious adventures.
I do want to pause at this scene because when you showed your uncle this scene that he voiced King Arthur for,
He must have told you about this.
he did, yeah. But he was, imagine someone just right into this and they actually think that you made it.
Yeah, at this point we should probably say this guy is the one who made it.
Oh no. Okay. So when I showed my uncle this, my uncle is like a big medieval enthusiast. I think that's fair to say, but he does like reenactment sword fighting and stuff. Or like sport reenactment sword fighting. Anyway, so I showed him this and he was like, at this scene he was like, this scene is really fun. I was like, I'm glad you think so. We haven't talked about the mailman. The mailman has a cameo in every single episode. Basically, the mailman shows up in every episode, and sometimes you can see, sometimes it's clear as day, sometimes he's more in the background.
Is he always the mailman, though?
He's always a mailman, yes. But in episode 2, I think he is in the brick house, if I remember correctly. And then in episode 1, he is one of the sick people that come back. So anyway, also he is in Sundoor 12, which is the animation I made before this. You made, someone made, one of us.
The serpent from earlier?
Remember what I taught you. Connect to the subatronic force. That will reveal the truth. That's
It's no ordinary serpent.
No, of course not. 'Tis I, the Green Knight, and I hate to interrupt such a nice dinner, but I want that sword of yours.
You'll have to go through me first.
Clearly, a servant of the sorceress Morgana Le Fay.
They used to be close, till the sword chose Arthur, and she grew jealous. Isn't it funny how jealousy can turn people against each other?
I wouldn't know anything about that. You are clearly a man of great honor, Mordred.
So then, Mordred became a knight.
Everybody get ready for battle! The castle is under attack! Morgana has joined forces with the Spider Lord to take over Camelot once and for all!
Are you looking for this, Your Highness? Mordred? What is the meaning of this? You see, King, from the very beginning, I've been working with the Union of Darkness, the Spider Lord, the Green Knight, and your dear sister, Morgana Le Fay. But why, Mordred? You see, all my life, I've been everybody's least favorite. First my brother, then everyone else, and there's no point in a life where you're...
I feel like these lines here are very cheesy, but I feel like they almost work, and they almost work because of the incredible voice acting for Rod Manson from our friend Michael. He did a very good job. So, yeah, I'm very happy.
You're not loved or cared about. So if no one loves me, I'll take their respect instead. I'll become King of Camelot, the man who killed Arthur. Mordred, I do care about you. I always look forward to bringing you on my quests. Please, spare me the words of a soon-to-be dead man trying to spare his life at any cost. I know you're lying. I wasn't lying.
Good work, my student.
Shout out to my sister Rose, who played Morgana Le Fay.
I think at this point, Rod Manson needs to kill them both. Kill those two both. Because right now he's again just their student, the subordinate.
Right. Yeah.
If he wants to fulfill his character, he needs to kill them both.
Oh, also, I want to say, if we watch the Spider Lord.
Good work, my student.
So the Spider Lord, he came up like that because his body's constructed from little spiders. So he's like a being that's just made out of like a structure of spiders.
Interesting.
That's when Manson betrayed us.
This is true.
Now we divide Camelot between the four of us.
Are you going to tell her, or should I?
The Green Knight doesn't want Camelot.
I've been waiting years to get my hands on this.
Nor do I want merely a fourth of it.
What are you saying?
I, Mordred,
And I, the Green Knight,
banish Morgana and the Spider Lord to the subatronic field.
I remember being stuck in there for eons.
It's funny the difference between some people saying Morgana and some people saying Morgana, which is clearly like the difference between like the British way of pronouncing it and the American way of pronouncing it. But it's just kind of funny.
Until the death of an interdimensional broke down the walls enough for me to escape.
I need to know how to kill him. It's the only way to get revenge for him trapping me in there for generations. As I will do.
Again. I, Rod Manson, again banish the Spider Lord.
I didn't see
Thanks
that
for helping me
coming.
put away the Spider Lord. Who knows what would have happened if he was allowed to run free? Or find the real magic mirror.
Well, I did swear an oath to never reveal the location of the magic mirror, and I don't plan to break that oath, even after death. But also, my friend, if you would grant me the answer to one last question. That man in the story you told, it didn't sound like the Rod Manson that helped me write Macbeth.
Well, I had a change of heart. It is true now. I have everything I ever wanted, and yet I don't feel happy. Perhaps true happiness isn't found by being the most loved or most powerful, but by truly helping those around you. So I will step down as King of Camelot.
Well done, Shakespeare. It's time I put you back to sleep.
Goodbye.
Very happy with Shakespeare fading away.
Yeah. The wavy back and forth.
Yep. And then how it fades out into the my friend. Goodbye, my friend. Here, oh, there it is.
You know how you hate traveling around via bathtub? Well, I don't think we're gonna have to do that anymore. Grandmother Poppins taught me a neat trick. My scanner thing is going bloom!
Which means what?
Which means it's picking up traces of Norse magic.
And that means...
If we're lucky, it will lead us to Yggdrasil. If we're not lucky, it will lead us to a frost giant who's very, very hungry.
All right. So what did you think of that? On a scale from one
sword to 5 swords?
Yeah, 1 Excalibur to 5 Excaliburs. How many you give it?
I stopped paying attention to like how it was animated, and I'm just in the story now, which clearly means that the animation is good enough for me to not be worried about that.
Sure, yeah,
it's good.
I think I know I said I think I want to watch it too, but that's not what we're doing here. What was I saying?
I have no idea.
Oh, I think that episode isn't the best written. I think that one is actually my least favorite, because I know why I wrote it. Thank you. I know why I wrote it how I did, but stop it. But I know why I wrote it how I did, but it's a little bit too much just jumping around, and it's like, oh, Rod Manson's good now, he's bad now, and I think it's a little bit harder to follow.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I see it too.
I think if I was to redo this one today, I would have tried to just tell one story with Rod Manson, instead of just like the sort of exposition, yeah, instead of the exposition dump that episode kind of was.
And I kind of think that it fits his character a little to have the sort of chaos of it all, because if he's been living for millions of years, or however many years, I don't know how many years,
right,
since the beginning of time, he's had a lot of stuff happen.
Yeah, and I do like the story I wrote. I just think narratively, I could have written something better. Okay, now we're gonna end this video because apparently someone really wants to watch Iron Man more.
No, I don't.
So
Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. What else? Comment in the comment section. Like the
And-
video like I'm doing right now.
ooh, yeah.
And watch the next video when it comes out and watch all of the previous ones in this series. And make sure you brush your teeth.
Yay!
Yeah, that's a reference to the first episode, so go back and watch that if you don't get that reference.
All right, over and out. Bye.